In 2015, researchers figured out how to partially unboil an egg. Egg whites are pretty much just water and proteins. And when you heat up an egg, it changes how the proteins in the egg are all folded up. So the knotted up little proteins in an unboiled egg are held together by weak chemical bonds. Then when it gets cooked, the thermal energy of the cooking breaks up those bonds and they get untangled a bit. But then they chaotically bump into their neighbors and create new bonds and gel into a disordered, felty mesh, making it solid. So in order to undo the protein disordering brought on by cooking, you gotta first chop up the egg. Then you gotta put it in a solution of water and urea. Urea is the main component of piss, and it's good at breaking up those chemical bonds. Then you put your tube of egg, urea, and water in a super special centrifuge called a vortex fluid device. It spins it up so fast with so much force that the part of the solution closer to the glass wall spins way faster than the part of the solution and more inside the tube. And that difference in speed can generate shear force, which pulls apart the proteins, and some of them can snap back into their original knotted up old selves. Australian researcher Colin Raston and the team won an Ig Nobel Chemistry Prize in 2015 for inventing a chemical recipe to partially unboil an egg. And there's actually a good handful of applications for this type of thing too. Anyone who's worked with proteins from the cheese and agriculture industries to pharmaceutical companies knows that it's hard to deal with all that gunked up proteins. Pharmaceuticals made with proteins can also get all tangled up like egg whites, and untangling them can be super time consuming and expensive. Like some cancer researchers making protein antibodies use hamster ovary cells because apparently they're pretty good at avoiding misfolded proteins. And the whole VFD process only takes about 10 minutes. I've even heard ideas being spun up for applications like untangling carbon nanotubes for use in solar panels.